So I'm going to explain Taxi for you, and anybody who hasn't played Taxi before. It's a great pin by Williams, 1988, I believe. But there's a lot to do. Basically what you're doing in the beginning, you're shooting the ball up to this spin out, and this is where you gather points. So 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, then you get your spot, your passenger, because you have to pick up all these different passengers. You have to pick up Santa Claus, Gorbachev, Dracula, Marilyn Monroe, and then they changed it later on because they were getting sued by her to Lola. So in this one, this is a Marilyn Monroe edition. It has her on the back glass, although she looks kind of like a man. But there's Gorbachev and everybody on the back glass, Pinball, Dracula, and Santa Claus. They all kind of look very evil. So these are where you're picking them all up, and then you have to hit the jackpot, and the jackpot increases as you go up to the spin out, and then you're coming over here to spell cab by switching. My C is out right now, the light, but it was working before. So that raises the jackpot, as you see there, and then the jackpot is up there right now. It's at 1, but it just keeps increasing as people play, and I think it goes up to 4 million. And to hit that shot, you would go up by where Gorby is, and then get around to that area up there by where it says carry passengers, and that would give you the entire points that everyone that played on this accumulated. So then when you cash it out, it goes back to 0. So that's that, picking up the passengers, and it's a frustrating game because if you picked up all the passengers, then you have to hit that shot, and they only give you like 4 seconds or 10 seconds, and then I think they jump out, or one of them jumps out if you miss it. But if you drain a ball and you picked up all 5 passengers, it starts over from the beginning. You got to pick them all up again. Unless you hit this carry passengers during that ball. So say you hit all 5 of them, and then you hit this all the way up here, then they would stay there for the next ball. So you pick up each passenger. Dracula's over here, and then that shot goes all the way up and around and comes back to your left flipper. Pinbot's over here on the right. It's kind of a tough shot. Then you have Marilyn Monroe right up the middle. That's an annoying shot because once you hit those drop targets, if you hit it awkwardly, you come down here and you drain your ball. Then you have Gorby up and to the right. That's the same spot where the jackpot is, as you see there, and there's Gorbachev. And then you have Santa Claus, which is right up, which is also by Joyride, and Joyride is where you pick up these. When that's lit, 10,000 spot passenger, you get a mystery score, which is usually crap. Extra ball, which is over here to where Dracula is. Once that's lit, you hit it over here. Then you have your special. So that's that, and then you also have this airport rides advance lit. So as you go up here for departures, and then you have arrivals. So if you keep looping this this ramp left and right, that will eventually increase to 100K and lit, and then there's a million shot, which is also the shot that is up by right there when lit, and that's where Santa Claus is. So that's how to do all those. And then you also lock shots over here, and this is how you get multi-ball. You lock your ball into the express lane, and then once that's locked, they give you the ball again to shoot it up to spin around this. And this is a lot of fun because you're trying to get the 100,000 point, and for each ball you shoot, it multiplies. So by ball 3, I think it's ×3. But if you lock these, then it also gives you a multiplier. So if you lock 1, then you're doing ×2 as you shoot it up here. But be careful because it restarts. So once you get up to 10,000, it goes back to 1,000 if you shoot too much. So that's a fun shot in this game. That is one reason why I love this game, and I'll be getting rid of this game and getting a whirlwind, which I also love. So it's hard to part with, but that's why I'm sort of explaining the rules and showing you this great game. Some things about this that are problematic are when I got it. I have wrong plastics, which is a hard thing to set up. This, I don't know what game these are from, but they're on here. I think that's pretty much all that. But once you get the multi-ball, you want to shoot the ball back in here to express lane, and then they tell you to hit express lane 2, I believe, and then they want you to do the airport ride. And I forget how much, because it's such a hard thing to do, because it's like 3 or 4 different shots, and then you might even have to get arrival, so departure and then arrival. So you're doing a lot of things. Kind of reminds me of the Taxi video game, and you're only picking up these 5 characters, but it's a very frustrating game because once you pick up 5 and then you drain a ball, you got to pick them all up again. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to shoot this up here and show you what this sort of, so I have this all the way pulled back, and then let it fly, and that goes up there. And I was able to pick up 100,000, and then over here, I have my cap. I'm trying to play this one-handed right now, and that's a drain. But that was just ball 3. And then what's also cool is this topper starts flashing too, which is like, you know, old taxi cab or maybe the new ones. So I think that's awesome. The lights are out in this, but I do have the flashers that go and show all the different, but the GI, I believe, is out in this. But there you see the jackpot. It's at I think that's 3 million. Yeah, 3 million. So if you hit that, I am on this board. I think I got the fourth place. It's hard. It's a very low scoring pin, lower than Whirlwind. So that's basically Taxi in a nutshell. You know, it's a lot of fun to play. You have this thing over here that says Pinball Zone, which is awesome. My sides are not too bad. They did somebody did paint these black on the side. I don't know why they did that. That's supposed to all be yellow, but the side is cool, picking up Santa Claus. And then I think this side is the same as well. So then you have no U-turn there. That's cool. But there's a lot of, it's just a great, there's their track mode to get people to come over and play it. So this side is the same. Overall decent shape for 1988. I do have some planking going on in this. You know, all the lights I think are pretty much working except the GI over here. That could be fixed. It probably needs a new play field, but for 1988, I mean, the one I'm getting, Whirlwind, is 1990. So overall, not bad shape. I don't know if I would LED something like this, because in the 90s, I tend to LED things. I have the TMNT Turtles, I have Addams Family, and those are 90 and 92, I believe. So those are fun to LED. I would maybe try it out. You know, that ride again here for your extra ball, which is cool. But this is a Mark Ritchie creation. Taxi, overall great game. If after I sell this one, I'd probably look for another one that was in better shape. But it's a lot of fun if you can find a Marilyn Monroe edition, which this is. Lola changes her hair to black or a different color. There she is right there. And then when they spot her in this one, it's got the Lola ROM, so it's kind of odd too, because it doesn't say Marilyn, it says Lola spotted, which I think she was a transvestite or something like that. I think that's what I read. But they made, I think they split between, they said how many did they make, how many taxis and how many of the Maryland editions did they make, and I think they said that they made like less than they really did make. I think it's half and half. I think they made the same amount of Lolas as they did with this. And what's missing here is there was a mirror there, and that's supposed to show you up there. That's the rear view mirror of this guy over here. Another cool thing on the back glass is it sort of says Heather Williams titles right here. You have Play Now. Let's see if I can focus that on there. The greatest pinball games. They had Cyclone, Pinbot, which is another space station, High Speed, another good one. Bonsai Run, which is a Pat Lawler pin. Comet and Big Guns. I haven't played Big Guns enough, but I'm not a huge fan of it, but I don't know why this is going blurry now. There we go. But that's Taxi. Hope you enjoyed this quick little review, 10-minute video that that I'm gonna put up, and you know, you guys can comment in the section what you think of Taxi, if you like Taxi. I'm a huge fan of Taxi, and when I saw it for sale, that I had to jump on it. I played it on the Pinball Arcade, and it's a little bit easier. Everything's easier on the Pinball Arcade, and this is a challenging pin. If you're looking for a low-scoring pin, see if you can find a Taxi. The sound effects are great. Like when you come over here, you get busted by the police. It makes a sound effect for that. Everyone's calling out for Taxi pinbots, like Pinbot Stranded. So this is getting crashing and things like that. And I think there's one for a cat or something. You run over a cat. I forget where that one is. I don't know if that one's down the middle or what, but it makes like a noise of run. I think it's when you go up here to departures, makes the sound effect of that. But you can see that in my other video that I have up here on YouTube, where I play Taxi, and then I sort of describe it. But that's how to score in Taxi. Yeah, so that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and subscribe to the channel if you're not, where I review pinball and play pinball. Also on Twitch, find us at Pinball Life, and find us on Instagram at Pinball Life. Hashtag your stuff with Pinball Life, and I will share those with on our Instagram. So I'll talk to you guys soon, and go play some pinball.